There are many things in life we put a value on. We value our cars, we value our homes, we value our time. In business, when we put a value on something, it's called the valuation of something. It's the estimation of something's worth, and it's calculated by simply taking the fair value of the asset of the business and less external liabilities that are owed. Well, we value all these things, and we take these things and we say, okay, that gives us our bottom line. But there are things that don't show up on a profit and loss statement that absolutely influenced your bottom line. And those things are your health, your energy, your moods, your sleep, the size you are, and whether or not you feel comfortable in your clothes. All of these things can be our biggest assets, or they can be our biggest liabilities, depending on how we value them. So when you want to elevate your value, you want to elevate your value in your whole life, not only with your relationships, with your business, with where you want to go in life, but you want to also elevate your value in your health. Because how you feel about yourself, how you feel in your own skin, how you feel when you wake up in the morning, all those things affect how you show up in the world, how you operate in the world, how you operate with other people. And all of these things can make a difference to how much money you make. They can dictate how much money you make. In a study that was released in October 2014 by Vanderbilt professor Jennifer Chenal, she found that overweight women were less likely to get high-paying jobs, which included public interaction. They were also more likely to get more physically demanding jobs that paid less than an average size woman or a man. And she also found that people who were even just maybe 13 pounds overweight earned $9,000 less per year than normal weight women. And significantly overweight or obese women could earn up to $19,000 less, whereas very thin women earned $22,000 more than a normal weight or normal size woman. So what you weigh, how you feel, how you show up in the world dictates your value. And when you want to elevate your value, you want to take a look at those other factors that affect your bottom line. When you're looking at elevating your health, elevating how you look and feel, it elevates your confidence. You stand different, you walk different, you talk different. When you are elevated on that level, then that could lead to promotion. That could lead to a raise. It could lead to getting that project that you've been wanting to work on or taking the lead on for many times and looked over many times. All of those things help to elevate your value. So releasing excess unwanted weight, having mental clarity, improving your focus, more stamina. Those are the things that entrepreneurs, that high performers, that top executives need. To elevate your value, get that promotion, get that raise, get that project. Or even if you don't want any of those things, even in your personal life, you elevate your value in your relationships when you show up differently, when you feel better about yourself, when you feel better energetically, when you feel more comfortable in your own skin. That comes across in your relationships and how you show up in the world, how you interact with people, how you interact with your spouse, your kids. You have more energy for them. You're able to run around and play with your kids or your grandkids. All of those things are elevating your value because you're protecting the biggest asset that you have, and that's you and your health. Protecting that asset affords you those options. you show up differently, not only for your career, but for the people most important to your life, your most important stakeholders, and yourself. So taking care of your health is no longer a nicety, no longer something that's just nice to have. It becomes a necessity, something that you make an investment in. And just like you would invest in your business, you want to invest in your future you. So how do we do this? How do we elevate our value by elevating our health? How do we show up differently in the world so that we can make sure that we are getting to the next level in anything we want in life? Well, in my years as a project manager, I found that some of the things that really helped, key things that helped to elevate the value of a project that we're working on, is to plan and to track. As a matter of fact, remember the show The Biggest Loser? Well, years after The Biggest Loser, many of the participants who had lost significant weight, they kept in touch with them. And they found that the #1 predictor of success and sustainability in their weight loss was tracking. And it's true even in business that tracking helps to make sure that you know what's going on in your business. It helps to make sure you know what's going on your projects. It helps to make sure that you know you're going to hit the goals that you've set. And the same is true in your health. And let's face it, all high performers track. I don't know a high performer who doesn't keep healthy habits and who doesn't track to know that they are taking the right actions and taking the right steps toward their goals. So, how many of you are tracking? How many of you are tracking and paying attention to what's going on in your business, what's going on your projects? I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, are keeping some type of spreadsheet, some type of Google Sheet, some type of project tracker that tells you what you're bringing into your business, how much money you're bringing in, how much is going out, where the money's coming from, all of these things. And if you're not, then you might end up at the end of the month wondering, okay, how do I not have the money for this bill? Or how is it that I didn't meet my goal in bringing in the number of clients I wanted this month? If you're not keeping track of these things, then you might get a little bit wayward and off track. And I was a project manager in corporate America for 10 years before I left corporate America to begin my own business. And one of the key things as a project manager is to take a look at 3 key indicators, and that's the scope of the project, which are the requirements, and the main goal of the project. Taking a look at the scope, the cost of the project, and the time, how long it's going to take to get things done. If those things weren't tracked, then the project could just go off kilter. There's something in project management called scope creep. And that happens when requirements change or people want different things to happen, whether it be the stakeholders or somebody working on the project, where something comes in that wasn't agreed upon at the beginning of the project. It wasn't part of the plan when the project started, but it creeps into the project, and that can throw it off. That can take you off your milestone and take you off your path to your goal. Well, the same comes true when it comes to your weight and your health. You set goals at the beginning of the year. Most people have some type of goal at the beginning of the year. It might be a New Year's resolution, or you might just set some type of goal you want to accomplish for the year, whether it be weight loss, you want to lose 20 pounds this year, or you just want to improve your health, get healthier, be more active, get more exercise, cook more healthy, whatever it might be. You have these goals. But here we are in the middle of the year, almost to the fall. We're almost going toward the end of the year. And if you haven't tracked where you come from the beginning of the year, then you might find yourself getting a little bit off kilter. Just like if you haven't been tracking your money and you get to the end of the month, or you get to the end of the quarter and you're not sure how you're doing, or if you're in a project and you haven't been tracking your performance indicators, your KPIs, then you don't know what is happening and you get surprised by these things. I remember back in January 2016, when I hadn't been tracking, I hadn't been paying attention to the indicators in my life, that I was having scope creep in my weight. My weight was creeping up and it was getting a little bit, I was getting a little bit heavier. Those indicators like numbers on the scale, I wasn't paying attention to. I wasn't even getting on the scale. How many of you may have not even gotten on a scale in the last decade? I wasn't getting on the scale. I was avoiding those things. How many of you have been avoiding things in your life, avoiding the numbers, avoiding organizing yourself in your business or in your life? I was avoiding those things. And because of that, I was pretending not to know. I was pretending not to know that having hunks of cake every weekend, 2-3 hunks of cake, not slices, hunks of cake, was going to catch up with me. I was pretending not to know that wearing sweatpants and sweatshirts all day because I was taking meetings over the phone or conference calls, that wasn't going to catch up with me, that I was not paying attention to my clothes fitting a little snugger. I would just ignore that and put something else on. Well, those things got me off track, where in January 2016, I was walking downstairs getting ready for a meeting, and all of a sudden I lost my breath. I could not gasp. I was gasping for breath. I could not breathe walking down the stairs. And it scared me. I was like, what is going on here? But it jolted me to pay attention. It jolted me to check out what my indicators were, to check the numbers on the scale, to find out, wow, I'm 199 pounds. And on a 5'3" body, that was not attractive. But I was avoiding the numbers. I was avoiding the information that could have kept me on track and kept me going in the right direction with my health, with my weight, if I had just paid attention. So, when was the last time you stepped on the scale? When was the last time you looked at the numbers? Just like in your business, you keep the spreadsheets in your business, you keep the project planners on your projects. It's important to track that information in your health and in your weight as well. Again, if you're not paying attention to these things, if you're not paying attention to what you're eating, when you're eating out, how you're moving, how you're not moving, if you're getting enough exercise in your overall lifestyle, then it's easy to let that scope creep come in. And what does scope creep look like when it comes to your health and your weight? It could look like you going to the grocery store, and because you don't have a plan on what you plan to intend to cook that week, and you don't have a plan on what you're going to purchase, then you end up getting extra things, throwing extra things in the shopping cart. We're all guilty of it. There are times when I go to the store and, instead of going directly to where I want to purchase something, then I end up going up and down all the aisles, and then especially at Costco, that's the worst. Definitely have to have a plan when you go to Costco, and putting things in the basket that you don't need. So that's one way scope creep can enter into your health and your weight plan, when you are going down the shopping aisles and you're grabbing cookies, and especially if you're going and you're hungry, you're grabbing cakes and it's like, oh, that looks good, let me get that, because you don't have a plan on what you intend to go and get. Or maybe you didn't plan for dinner. So what's for dinner is one of the biggest questions that people always come to me with in terms of one of their biggest pain points, is the what's for dinner question. Well, if you haven't planned what's for dinner, then it's easy when you're rushing home from work and you're tired, you just want to get home, to stop off and get takeout or stop at the fast food restaurant and get a burger and fries. It's easy to do, and we're wired to go for the least path of resistance. So that's how scope creep can enter into your weight journey, into your health journey, if you don't have a plan. So, solution to be able to keep to your plan, keep on track, is to have a plan, and to have a tracker, have a way to look at it so that you can check out on a continuous basis how things are changing and if you're moving in the direction of your goal, or if you've moved off track and you have to take little tweaks to get back on track to move back toward your goal. The key to a successful project and the key to your successful weight release is having a clear goal, a plan to achieve it, and a way to track it. You don't treat your business that way, at least I hope you don't, so don't treat your health and your weight that way either, because again, you have to protect the biggest asset in your life, and that is you and your health. And we're here to elevate our value, and as I'm sure Dr. Elizabeth would agree, that it's important to elevate your value by elevating your health, and you can do that by tracking your food and tracking what's going in and going out, just like you would do your business. Track what's going in and going out, so then you can attract the health you want, the fitness you want, the size you want, the body you want, and you can get to where you want to be. It doesn't happen by accident. Just like there are no accidental billionaires or millionaires, your health isn't accidental either. You don't accidentally become healthy. You don't accidentally become lean and fit, at least not in this society. In this society, the truth be known, the truth is really everything is really stacked against you to go in the opposite direction. So it's important for you to stack things up for yourself and to create a return on investment in yourself. How do you do that? I'm going to give you 6 quick steps to create, and that's an acronym, to create that investment for yourself. 1 is to cook at home. Again, when you look at your elevating your value, when you're cooking at home, you increase the valuation in your household, because cooking at home, you tend to spend less money. I did a 21-day financial fast in 2001, and one of the guidelines was only use cash for everything. And I found that using cash and not eating out, I was able to increase and save over $2,000 just by doing that. So cook at home. Then reduce and eliminate junk food, processed foods from your meals. Eat more fruits and vegetables. Increase your quality of high nutrient dense foods and high fiber, complex carbohydrates. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Get a minimum of 6, a maximum of 9, because more sleep can do you more harm than good as well. And get quality sleep. Team up with a friend or family member for extra support. Or maybe if you don't have someone in your circle who is healthy and can really give you that support and accountability, then might look into hiring someone to help you cook at home, or hiring a health coach to help you out with that. And exercise, get more physical activity specifically. Not everybody likes to exercise, so make sure you're getting more movement and physical activity in your life. When you track these things, then you are able to stay on track. So how can we stay on track? Well, I have a simple tracker to be able to help you with that. And because you're here at the Elevate Your Value Summit, I wanted to be able to gift this to you. So you can go to my link tree or go to the URL that you see that's shown here to be able to get your tracker and help to elevate your value by staying on track with your nutrition and your meals, so you know what you're eating, what's coming into your body, and that can help you elevate your value. I'm also offering everyone here a customized fastest path to fat loss planning session. So when you get your tracker, then you can hop on a call and you can get at least one customized strategy to be able to ensure that you stay on track. Time to elevate your value by elevating your health.